Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. Something's going on here. Time to find out more.
Who holds many records, including, I believe, playing the longest continuous incarnation of a major character.
Who's off? We're gonna have lunch delivered. Normally these things are like 7 minutes.
They have a countdown timer that looks like on a bomb in a James
It's
Bond.
not a good feeling, you guys. Wow.
So let's.
Wow, and you're not sweating or anything, although you cut yourself shaving.
I did. Damn it. I was hoping that.
What, we wouldn't notice the
The audience sees this side. So you
He
just,
has a cut on his face. He cut himself shaving.
There's even a character in the movie, Dr. Loomis, named
Yes.
after a Psycho character.
Yes.
And you end up being the star of this movie. How did it come about?
Well, so I would be a cop or a social worker. I thought I'd be a really good cop. I went to college where my mother was the most famous person to have ever graduated.
We have an image of Jamie's family. Maybe we could put that up.
Say what? By the way, I look stunned in every photograph as a
That is
child.
amazing.
You will not find a joyful Jamie. You will find nothing but stunned disbelief.
That is
Who
amazing.
also manage actresses. And he said, they're looking for Nancy Drew at Universal. Why don't you go up for it? And you know, what was I, 18? I had brown hair, you know, maybe I was, whatever, smart, I don't know. And I went up for that part, and I didn't get it. But they apparently were like, oh, I thought I was gonna have to go back to college. No, don't! And Chuck Binder said that they were casting a low-budget horror film in Hollywood on Cahuenga, a little shitty office, tiny little two-room office, and they sent over a scene, and I went and auditioned to play Laurie Strode. And I've obviously said this many times, as this is the end of my Halloween yakking over probably forever. There are 3 parts for young girls. There's a cheerleader. Duh! Like I'm a total cheerleader. A total cheerleader. There's a smart aleck. I mean, super duh. And then there's the quiet, repressed, virgin, intellectual. Not duh. But John and Deborah somehow saw. They narrow it down. I think there were two of us. And I know who she was. I know her name. I don't think she went on to continue acting, but I know her name. And I remember that was who I was up against for the final auditions. And I'm sure, I guarantee you, that when weighing those 2 options, to have the daughter of Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis, who legitimately got to those final 2, it's going to tip it in my favor. It just did. And even though when I was young and people would ask me that, it would feel very sort of like, what you were trying to say was, you didn't get this because you're any good. You got this because you have famous parents. And that's a shitty thing to say to somebody when you're young. Hello? Hi, Jamie. It's James Cameron. Hi, James Cameron. Listen, I've written a movie for you and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I would like you to read it. Okay. But I can't send you the script because it's protected, but I can have my assistant drop it by and he'll wait and you'll read it and then give it back. I said, okay, James Cameron. Okay. Hang up. The guy shows up, read the script. He and I meet the next morning. I'm like, okay. He says, great. That's how True Lies happened. That's how True Lies happened. A very successful replacement part a couple times. I was a replacement part on Freaky Friday.
Oh.
That was like the week before shooting began. and I stepped into that part.
Which might be my favorite of all your performances.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Freaky Friday.
It's fantastic.
Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday fans.
I believe I was also a replacement part here, which is great. What that means is that somebody else, it was written for somebody else, and they either said no, couldn't do it for scheduling or whatever, and then the part becomes available.
How much time did you have to prepare for
Knives Out? Oh, for Freaky Friday? Oh,
Surprise birthday cake for Jamie Lee Curtis.
do you know what I wished for? I wished that I would remember who I am.
Oh.
Right in this moment. Right where I am, right in this second. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, Jamie. Uh-oh, who's going to get the autograph? Oh, man, here we go.
Love you to death. Let's go.
Oh, where's my pass? It's in my bag.
We got you.
It's all good. Relax, everybody.
She's cool, calm, and collected.
There's a lady right here.
Okay.
Where do you want it?
Here's my, or whatever. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yes, that's you.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Be careful.
Amazing. Jamie Lee Curtis has signed the Halloween poster, and we got Knives Out as well. It was a bum rush, but we got them. Holy crap. Amazing. Woo. Save the donut. What's going on here?
Speaking of donuts,
We do.
Whoa.
donuts, take these back to the car and drop them off.
Vulture
Yeah, no
Festival,
kidding,
our
we got
first time here.
Yeah, we got a bracelet
Oh, man, Vulture Fest. Wow.
Hanging out poolside, dude, like you do here in LA in the Hollywood Hills, huh?
And we have a certain
Fancy.
celebration that we get to be a part of and got to be a part of. You're going to see video of that panel and...
Believe it?
Gonna tip that.
Oh,
He's
I'm
already
like,
tipping over. It's full on a poster tube already. A poster so late. Oh, sorry. Oh, you can cut that.
It's okay. I spilled a little coffee on my Halloween shirt earlier. Oh, fuck!
You happy?
I'll hold that for you.
Amy, you
Oh, she's gonna...
Oh,
look at Amy!
Amy's my hero, by the way. Amy's my hero. She's a rock star. Look at her. Look at her. She got her
What?
glasses. She got her thunder shades on, hanging on the poolside. Man.
Oh, man.
We
We
got a
got...
rock star, Amy. Look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Scott. Scott was here too.
And this is just the beginning of
This is
Vulture
only the first
Fest.
panel. Yeah, there's plenty more panels to do still. So.
Got more coming today.
That's right.
Awesome.
Amy's lit. Amy's
Cool.
lit. Amy's lit.
Might even have a free screening tonight of a certain movie.
Oh yes. Oh, we come. Oh heck yeah.
Oh,
Did
man.
you guys see the billboard right here?
Yeah, we saw the billboard on the way up here. Oh, man.
They took us back past Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, look.
They're really right behind us. You guys are right behind us. Because right when we were walking the hill, then we
Yeah, we were walking towards the hotel after parking at the mall over there, and then all of a sudden I'm walking. I see Fonzo, or at least I thought I saw Fonzo, but then the hat and the poster tube, I'm like,
I heard my name,
Alfonso!
and I heard my full name too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Is that how you said it?
I was like, is that Alfonso Salazar over
Yeah, I heard
there?
my full name, and I was like, what? I was like, am I being recognized from YouTube again? No. I was like, what? And I turned around, and then when I saw you guys, I got so happy. These are my two favorite people in the world.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
so
these
much
guys,
fun.
man.
Got made some great memories and everything. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. I'm
Still
telling
on a
you.
high
Oh,
right
still,
now.
yeah, and we still got more to come.
I'm still
Cheers.
flipping.
Yeah. Oh, she did it. More to come. We'll see.
Sorry, do you want me?
Oh, look at Scott on the spot. Right meow. Right meow. Oh, Club Dread.
Yeah, I mean, when I sat down to write this one, I was coming off of the Star Wars movie that I did, and it was a little. And so, yeah, I but all to say, I was coming off of like this big movie that was obviously the biggest thing probably I'll ever do in my life, and it was like this huge and
Casting director first, like how do you, or do you see the pieces of what each represents first?
Well, I mean, it starts with writing the script, so you just kind of write the characters and kind of figure out what their place is. There's the additional thing of kind of knowing that this is being built to be the type of all-star cast that we talked about with like those early Agatha Christie
Is
movies.
Benoit Blanc, because he's the constant in all these films, in the films that will come in the past two films. How do you think does he change as a character?
Well, no, I mean, that's one interesting thing. It's especially when you have an actor and a movie star, which is kind of two different things, in a lead part that's as magnetic as Daniel. I think it can be kind of attractive. I absolutely relate to, not specifically in terms, and this isn't an indictment of superhero movies or Marvel movies, but just generally also you think about TV, for instance, and how I'm making my first TV show right now. It's called Poker Face. It's with Natasha Lyonne.
By the way, we'll meet you this weekend.
Dashing through the crowd. Hopefully we get to our seats. Oh, Violent Night, here we come.
We have 60
Oh man, things are about to
90
snowball
seconds.
out of control here.
We're gonna need a judge, by the way.
Oh yes, is there a judge in the house? Do we have a judge to help us count this down?
Hey, it's judging right here, Judge.
What the hell? Who's gonna eat the most snowballs?
One's open, one is open, two is open.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You were 2 seconds, and then you were 1 and a bit. This is the worst eating contest we've ever.
I wanted 500. You said there's no way this will be enough. Oh, I'm saying.
Oh damn. Oh.
You desecrated every single part of Christmas.
What a movie. Such a fun movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
What if we just made a version of Die Hard that is undeniably
Yeah.
It's really the goal to make this fully an action movie, but also fully a Christmas movie. It's not just
all Christmas movies are about believing in Santa.
There you
it's always
go.
the danger if he's going to be able to deliver his presents. And I mean, why we were so happy when Tommy got involved is when we sold it, we always assumed it was going to turn into like a PG Paul Blart movie, or maybe just a full John Wick, and they would kind of strip out the sappiness. But we're like, no, it has to be as violent as John Wick, and it's just sappy as hell. It's like
It's got to be a full Miracle on 34th Street. And Tommy really embraced both sides, which was great.
Yes, for sure. I mean, that was the appealing part to me. Yes, the crazy action and the humor and the gore and all that stuff I knew and loved, and I knew it could pull off. But the really interesting appeal was the fact that it really felt like a Christmas movie from the first draft I read.
No, and Dead Snow 2, which are
Fun
How
films.
did you become involved? At what point did you come on? Was it, Dead Snow and obviously Hansel and Gretel? So you got a chill in your bones, and you're Norwegian, right? So
Yeah.
you're basically like we're amongst a Viking here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the North.
Two Viking fans and
Yeah.
a Viking.
All the thing, I wouldn't describe myself as a Viking, but yeah, no, it's true. Like, and there was a lot of things that I loved about the script, and obviously the fact, when they first sent me the script, they said, yeah, it's like Die Hard with Santa Claus, which it is kind of in a way. But in the back of my head, I was like, okay, but how can you sell the fact that Santa's going to take all these guys and really, have a chance? But then they brought in the Viking backstory, which I just loved, of course, and thought it was a really smart way of somehow grounding the whole thing.
Did you have involved? Or?
Well, obviously you come in and you have a lot of ideas and you brainstorm with these guys and it just threw them tons of ideas and they went off and wrote it. And like I said, it helps when you feel you're still making the same film and you have the same sensibilities. But no, it really was a film where you can know everything in our minds. No one asked us who we thought they should cast. Like, they just told us they were sending it to him, and we thought that was...
But yeah, like we always sort of like fantasy cast movies just to get ourselves on the same page with each other of like, what's Santa like? We're like, oh, he's like David Harbour. And then, like, we didn't even have that discussion with you guys. And then you were like, oh, we're sending it out to David Harbour. We're like, yes, that was exactly right!
Yeah, it was. Check out Violent Night. As now everyone's clearing out. Hey, look at that. Sticking around for autographs and pictures. That's cool as hell.
Man, got only one thing we can chant right now. Oh, we do. Christmas dies tonight! Christmas dies tonight! Oh, man. Christmas dies tonight!
Oh, it's an added bonus with a cast member from the Q&A. Special scene that we nailed. You will see when you see Violent Night.
Whoa! Whoa! hear that?
Snowballs.
Did you hear that?
You got
She went
snowballs.
she got
Bronco's whipping out his balls.
She got a free Christmas toy they're throwing out. What do we got here? Look what you got.
Merry Pitchmas.
Oh my God! Just have to think of who the hell I can give this to as a Christmas present for.
Oh!
Yeah, Lauren will take it.
He went down the aisle, headbutted somebody.
Yeah, he did.
He wrestled somebody for that.
Crazy collision.
That was amazing.
I thought it was It's a Wonderful Life. That's what I was going.
He was rolling down the aisle. He headbutted some individual.
It was crazy. It was crazy. What a screening. Check out Violent Night. Oh my God, December 2nd it hits theaters. So much cool action, great practical effects, great humor. I've become curious about the Sonic the Hedgehog movies now. I never was at first. I want to see it. Violent Night. There we go. Now for the autographs that we got at Vulture Fest. The main one, right there. Jamie Lee Curtis. Holy crap. She signed it right there by John Carpenter's name. It's also signed by the Shape himself, Nick Castle. This poster is now immortalized and ready to be put away. Oh man, courtesy of Hero Complex Gallery. But that wasn't the only Jamie Lee Curtis autograph. Alright, the other item we got signed by Jamie Lee Curtis, the DVD of Knives Out. And you're probably going, wait, how come that one? Why not Halloween or The Thing, or The Fog, or Prom Night, or Road Games? A lot of those were good choices, but the thinking here was, well, Rian Johnson, the director of Knives Out, was having a panel as well, and figured, why not get the DVD signed by both Rian Johnson and Jamie Lee Curtis? That'd be cool as shit. Well, unfortunately, Rian Johnson did not stick around to sign for fans. Someone tried to even follow him on the way out, and security stopped them. That's how strict they were. So, for those that are going to attend Vulture Fest in the future, sometimes a celebrity sticks around, sometimes they don't. Luckily, Jamie Lee Curtis stuck around, so she signed the DVD earlier, so that's cool. And then we ended the night with some really cool signatures. Look at that, right here on our advanced screening tickets for Violent Night. Oh, man. Both tickets signed by writers Pat Casey and Josh Miller, as well as director Tommy Wirkola and actor Andre Erickson, who is very famous in this movie, or should I say is in a really memorable scene, thanks to a sort of nail. Don't want to give any spoilers, but just think of a nail when you see him. Oh, man. Good times. What a day and a night to remember. Vulture Fest with Jamie Lee Curtis and the advanced screening of Violent Night. Violent Night hits theaters December 2nd. Check out what is soon to be considered, in my mind, and probably a lot of other people's minds, a modern day Christmas classic full of bloody fun. Oh man, hope you enjoyed the video. See you for the next one.